You are tuned into a brand new episode of The Talk with Q. Hey, how you doing? You are tuned into a brand new episode of The Talk with Q. And of course, I am here with a brand new week, brand new guest, and a brand new topic. I have two very, very special guests tonight. Both of them are very funny in their own ways. So I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves, their brands, and different things that they have going on.
So I'm Jordan Pate. You can call me Jay Pate. I'm the horticulture hottie number 3. The owner and CEO of With Regard the Roots, a plant. Oh, sorry, I messed up. What happens when you mess up?
Keep going.
It's edited.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
A business that focuses on Black mental health and horticulture, getting everybody grounded with their roots and getting grounded in some roots.
My name is Lamar Exelis. You can call me Prophet. I'm the owner and CEO of Triple One Marketing and Management, the Great FM online radio station, and Focus Hip Hop blog spot. We're a marketing management company that came out 8 years ago in Miami. We decided to create a radio station, a licensed radio station for upcoming artists and mainstream artists to collide and network so they can understand the business of the music industry, as well as creating Focus Hip Hop blog spot so we can have blogs and articles and original content about artists and entertainment and businesses in the entertainment world.
You know what's crazy? I never knew your real name.
I know.
No. Okay, but that was very, very, very nice. Thank you all. I have a question for you. It's crazy that you mentioned, your business and how everything came about. And we all know the Wendy Williams movie just came on the other night. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I didn't watch all of it. Did you guys watch it?
No, I didn't even know she had a movie. I know about the thing about her raping Nathan, but
wow, she did not. I didn't say that. She did not rape him.
She did rape him.
No, she said they had a one-night stand. She didn't rape him.
But he denied it. Apparently he denied it.
He was drugged.
No, but she said they were in a hot tub, they were drinking, they were enjoying their night.
That's like he got roofied.
I know, but that's like a man saying something and a woman saying something, but he still would be considered.
So you're standing on Wendy Williams rape Method Man.
If a man does not admit it wasn't a pleasurable moment.
So you think that was rape? Y'all are whores. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of things that y'all done did some nights that you forgot about.
I did not say that. I said I agree with you, but that didn't nullify her whoreness.
You see how men are so like.
You know what? No, because if Method Man says he got raped, I'm gonna believe Method Man. But
over Wendy Williams?
Of course, I'm gonna believe the victim. I'm a therapist, so I'm gonna believe the victim. I know there's certain circumstances where you have to check things out, but of course I'm gonna believe, and especially a man coming forward and saying that takes, especially a big, beautiful, strong man like Method Man. He is fine.
Okay.
In his old age.
Okay.
I know you married, but you fine. So it's something about grown men. When they fine, they have like a different fine about themselves. They like a calm. They know they fine, but they not arrogant about it.
Yeah, he's a grown man.
I don't know. But that was so random. But it's crazy that we mentioned Method Man. What I was talking about is Wendy Williams. And we all know Wendy Williams has been in the industry for a really long time. So it's crazy that you mentioned the industry and, how your business came about 8 years ago. And can you let us know a little bit on how you kind of educate the youth or just people that's coming fresh into the game or to the media industry about reading contracts, about the importance of reading before you sign in lines, about the importance of not getting into bad deals, bad businesses, just
basically we teach everything. We don't just teach about the contracts, we teach about the ethic of marketing, campaigning, understanding that you're a brand, and with your brand, every year or everything that you want to drop has to have a certain amount of budget of marketing and campaigning behind it. Also, as well as licensing all your music, having ownership. We teach ownership. We teach them business strategies and opening their minds up to becoming a business person versus just an artist. Being an artist is a business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What we try to do as much as possible is empower Black people to a great level. we call it great FM. You feel me? And our thing is to get everyone to help them be great, and it helps all of us be great. Everything works in numbers, and that's our ideology. So a lot of things that we provide for any personality, podcaster, DJ, artist, producer, engineer, blogger, we try to highlight them to the industry standard, like their own individual brand. We just work together, and that's our whole mantra here. The great FM marketing. That's the main thing. I always go back to marketing and management because that's where we started from. We just jumped into different arenas, and we got real good in the field that we're in. And I work all across the board with any brand and any company to help market and brand up in-house. What I love to do with music. I feel like it's a center around everything, and it helps me understand branding on a bigger scale. I'm gonna give a perfect example. Steve Stout, he started in the music industry with Nas, then he moved on and made his name in the marketing world. And that's when he helped a lot of artists get into branding, into Reebok, McDonald's commercials, different things, because they don't understand the translation. So Steve Stout helped them. And that's what we got.
Okay.
No, one thing I can say honestly, Prophet is very, very knowledgeable. He plays a lot, but he's very, very smart. Like honestly, and I don't say everybody's smart, but it's a lot of things that they even taught me when I first started out. And just we met like so random. We met through Chantel, Chanel. We met through another mutual friend that I met at an event, and then it's just like me and Prophet actually became friends from that point. And I can honestly say when you speak of licensing and just different things, it's things that you have taught me that I still tell people right now. Like,
he literally taught me something when we were waiting.
He's very smart. And I don't think he realized how smart he is, because when he be talking, it's like you'll hear him say certain stuff and you'll be like, where it came from? But it'll be something that you will actually remember and be like, okay, let me share this with someone else. So the fact, that's what made me ask you that, because I know, especially with you, Jordan, with you getting into your plant business, you are going to, of course, have to do a lot of business with people. And of course, it's not the music industry, but business is business.
Right.
You could paint it 500 different ways, but business all comes down to the same fundamentals and you knowing different things. So does that somewhat make you, I guess I want to say, a little hesitant going into business or making your brand a lot bigger?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I didn't even want a business per se. Like, I was never truly interested in anything until, like, I was like, let me get into plants. And it wasn't until, like, I bought one plant and then I needed another. I wanted to get a new one. I needed another one. And then I needed 3 more. So my collection just started building. And my fiance was like, you should really, like, market yourself. You should do something with this. Him and then our other friend did. And I was like, okay. And I jumped into it thinking, like, well, let's do it. Let's create something. And then when I finally got into it, realizing like the different aspects of what it means to have a business and run a business and market yourself on Instagram. And do I want it on my Twitter too? Do I need a TikTok? Like, it's just so much. And like, even trying to figure it out, like I have business meetings with I have an accountability partner. Mm-hmm. So we meet like every Thursday just to run ideas by each other. My accountability partner is Yasmin. But we run ideas by each other. And it's just like, just trying business ventures out. It's like, does this work for me? Like, I made these shirts.
Fire.
Thanks. And that's what I thought.
So cute.
That's what I thought too. But like, I didn't like the whole process of like marketing it and like trying to get people to buy a product. The whole point of me starting the whole plant business was just to focus on Black mental health and to get people to understand like there's another way that you can go about understanding who you are and getting back to like grounding yourself essentially.
See, I don't know why you got that. That's just my idea. When I seen that shirt, I thought that shirt was sold in Whole Foods. That's the first place you should market. See, Whole Foods is an organic friendly company. So you collab with companies that deals in their same field and they're going to want to collaborate with you and market your brand.
Hey, write that down.
No, I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
This shirt is fire right now.
Thank you.
I tell her all the time, I think she downplays the shirt, but everyone, literally when I got the shirt, I get my mail sent to my mom's house, and everyone, like all my aunts, everybody was like, oh, what kind of shirt is that? Like, it's super duper cute. And I think Jordan sometimes doesn't realize how creative she is.
You know, I think cause I can tell by her tone. I don't think she thinks her plants are a big deal.
But I do. Like, if you ask me, like, over there.
Then your babies. Then you gotta show the world that they're a big deal.
And I do. Well, I feel like I do. Well,
No, you don't.
I can talk about them all the time to your face with people. But when it comes to, like, I've recently started, like, making more videos because people are like, did you record this? Did you record this? So recently, like, yeah, I have been like.
Let me tell you, you see your clients all the time. All of them have a unique person.
Oh, they do, yes.
Right. You don't have to be in the video.
No.
You can have your client and you can do voiceover and show the characters and their personalities.
I just said this. This is what I just said.
We're like, we was
That's
talking about this the other
That's
day.
a way to market.
Like, you know how Sweetie has the Birkin
bags,
the Birkin bag show, and her bags have little episodes on her Instagram. When the other day they took her car, and then they did something last week. I don't know, but she has this
all
little.
About Birkin.
It's like a segment about her Birkin bags, and it's just funny, and it's
entertaining.
Yeah,
right.
It really is.
It's entertaining,
and it's crazy that you mention that because that kind of brings me into my next question. Do you think, I guess, social media right now is very essential to your business being much bigger and being on a larger scale? Because social media is literally taking over right about now. Do you feel like if you don't tack it and market yourself properly on social media, your business won't thrive?
Yeah.
Companies that have been here for years, Fortune 500 for social media, have to change their company protocol for social media. So if they have to change it, they're making millions of dollars, and you're just starting. You should take it down.
Yeah.
It's something they have to adjust to.
And even in this virtual world, like everything is on our phones now. Everything is on a computer. So like you have to have some type of online presence that everyone's going to see. And because these apps are so interconnected, a Facebook ad is going to be posted on someone's Instagram feed, whether they like it or not.
Yes.
Because they're connected.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So social media has become a part of marketing, 100%. And it's you need it.
And, you know, when you guys mentioned marketing, I'm not sure if you saw, Nike literally just released an ad saying that they're coming out with, what is it called? Hands-free shoes that you can put on just by sliding your feet in.
Yes,
But a lot of people are feeling like the shoes are more so catered towards disabled people. So the thing now is this when a marketing, I guess the creative genius comes in, because people are feeling like if the shoes were dedicated to them or more so catered to those set of people, then how would they promote that correctly without, you know, offending someone or just
the main people,
just promoting it to, you know, to kind of not step on anyone's toes? What would be a way that they could do that?
I think I saw that recent commercial, and it may be the newest one, but the person actually like walked off. Like they put the shoe on and they walked off. So that could be how they're marketing it. Probably have people like running and hurt for taking them off, but like
I think they should just go with their campaigns running it. And what you said, I didn't think about the disabled people. Disabled people. Now they probably thought of that, and that's why they opened up a bigger market for them to sell more shoes.
Mm-hmm. Realistically, it's going to open up their market.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to change or make the advertisement slightly different. They're just going to advertise it as an easy slip-on shoe.
Because I saw it and I still wanted them.
I like those, honestly.
They look really comfortable.
And that's another thing. They catered it with all the colors offered to them. There ain't no man shoe. There's not a man shoe.
But when I saw, I believe it's like a grayish, and then like it was two different
It
colors.
was a man's shoe. I think it's a man's shoe. It's a men's shoe.
It was like a darker tone, like a lighter, like a gray. It was different colors on it.
The only thing I'm worried about that shoe, because it has this band that goes all the way around it, so it can do that fold. Mm-hmm. How is it right?
What's Nike? I'm pretty sure.
They probably figured it out.
Nike.
I'm
not the first shoe now.
I don't work for Nike.
Have a couple different series of it.
But you got to think about it. That's probably the first shoe that they've marketed that way. But think about kids' shoes, little kids' shoes. They're literally similar. That they not pull on.
Those shoes are gonna be perfect for little kids, though.
Yes, they are.
Now that I'm thinking, that's another market too that you like opened up just now.
That's why they did it. That's the whole reason they say, "All right, slip on, easy, convenience. Boom, we're gonna sell this to everybody."
Yeah, and I think that shoe is gonna do really, really well if they don't make it a whole bunch of money. But knowing Nike, it probably will.
No, it's gonna be $100, $120 at the most.
That type of shoe need to be like $75, but it's
No,
not.
It's not gonna be $75. It's
Like,
gonna be
it's not.
$100.
like 80. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not
It's
gonna
gonna
buy
be
it.
in the $100 to $120 range.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna run to get that shoe, but
Is that a joke? 'Cause it's Nike.
no, it's fine. Like I think the last Nikes I bought was those little Vapor Max.
Why do you think they still got so much promo behind it? It's an expensive shoe. It's gonna be over $100.
No, I saw that too. It was like the fact that the price hasn't been posted. So another thing, Jordan, we hear that you're talking about tying in mental health to plants. How did you come up with that concept, and how are you going to go about, I guess, getting people that are very small-minded to think on a larger scale to compare? I had to use a better word, to think on a larger scale, to explain, to be able to compare and bring together plants and mental health?
Through experience, really and truly, because that's how I learned that they were tied. First, in my primary life, I was telling him that I'm a therapist first. And I always focus, my therapy is centered around an Afrocentric therapeutic model. So I use an African-centered treatment approach when treating the teens that I work with. Mm-hmm. So when it came to plants and just like focusing on my mental health and getting into it, when I was actually like, I remember being like a kid and loving to touch dirt and be dirty because I was a tomboy. But then as I got older, like I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, it's raining. I'm not trying to be outside. But now, like, whenever I touched like the soil and like repotting my plants, I don't even wear gloves anymore, just because when you touch the dirt and letting it run through your fingers and feeling how your leaves feel and how they're reacting to the growth that they're experiencing, it's a fulfilling moment and it's a growing moment. Your plants react off of your energies that you're going through. So it's like you notice you're having a bad day and you notice one of your plants are wilting and you like, dang, like, because plants do take your energy. So you have to, so you just have to be mindful of certain things that happen when you're engaging with them. So once I started noticing those things, I was like, oh, it's an easy tie. Like it focuses my mental health. So like I can center it around other Black experience and Black mental health. But getting other people to realize it's just going to be through experience. Yeah. And as I was telling Prophet, like I do want to open like a co-work Black experience workspace where I can hold these like community mental health workshops for kids, because I work with kids mostly, but of course for adults, because that's who need it most. But yeah.
So, it's beautiful that's your initiative, because now that we're getting more in recent times, mental health is being talked about more now than it ever was before, especially in the Black community, because I think that's something that we knew existed forever, but it was kind of barely touched on or talked about. Like, for example, we all have family members or little cousins or even siblings that we all know they might be a little disabled or be, have some type of mental health issues, and it's kind of like not taken seriously as probably as it has been more recently. Well, I know my family, due to the fact that my mom, she's kind of in the mental health field as well. She always has taken that very serious, but I think a lot of times the mindset was, if you don't talk about it, it just will go away, or it's not something that's that serious. But do you think now, even like Prophet, do you think now mental health needs to be discussed more? Like, you see how Charlamagne had his whole little initiative.
Please don't reference him.
That's,
don't reference Charlamagne.
Yeah, that's not.
He is not the pillar for Black male mental health.
He's not. But
he's a horrible representation of it.
Really?
Yes.
No, I just really like when he had his little initiative.
No, but he's a horrible person. He's a horrible person.
Really?
Yes, and the stuff he talks about on the show, like I can't even watch The Breakfast
Club.
No,
I can't watch The Breakfast Club because he always has something very foolish to say. But I read some of his book and I was like, wow, he's kind of smart. Like, I didn't think he was smart until I read his book, and what made me read his book is when he launched his mental health initiative.
Yeah. I commend him for launching the mental health initiative. What I think about mental health is that it's a very big thing that's deprived within the Black community and needs to be acknowledged amongst the men and women through all the poverty that we went through and things that we went through being Black people. I understand her concept of the plants. The plants is the concept of planting a seed. You plant the seed and watch it grow. If you can watch it physically, you can do it like spiritually in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Mentally and emotionally. plant a seed. It's not going to change overnight, but it's just tending to it. It's going to grow. It's going to get strong, and it's going to be productive and bear fruit. Mental health needs to be drilled with more serious people. I don't think, just like how she said with Charlamagne the God, he is the appropriate character because it doesn't really get to the real root situation of Black people. The real root situation is that we have a lot of issues from being poor.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, there's well, you talked about mental health and like being a parent. In Miami, I'm all for it, but in Miami, they overdiagnose Black kids and they misdiagnose Black kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see a lot of Black kids who have ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder. Mm-hmm. And you labeling this Black kid as hyperactive or oppositional once they get in the classroom, like
even autism.
Yeah,
like
these things they stick to them, but it's not even that. It's just someone somewhere didn't know how to reach this kid. Mm-hmm. So there has to be one representation. So Black mental health therapists that are dealing with these Black kids, and there has to be the introduction of some type of coping strategy, something that's going to help this child and reach them differently, not being yelled at by their mom who's being
calling bad, calling this. Because first thing with a male, that's the first thing I've seen every woman do. Oh, you bad. You bad. You bad. That's drilled into him as every time he does something, and he's not bad. He's just curious.
And think about it, affirmation. When you tell yourself, I'm beautiful every day, you're going to feel beautiful. Yeah. When someone is telling you you're bad every day, you're going to be bad.
Yep. It's built you to be bad.
But like he said, so if the person that's dealing with this bad kid is someone who's overworked because they're in poverty, there's so many underlying issues to these mental health disorders that these kids are being diagnosed with that are leading into adulthood. So, I mean, with mental health, specifically in Miami, it just has to be the structure. One, it's not built for us, and then it just has to be overcome by us as well.
That was deep. You know, for some reason, honestly, when you said poor, my dad, he feels like our issues and our traumas and a lot of our mental health comes from our ancestors. You feel like things are passed along through bloodlines.
It is.
It is.
But it's in poverty.
But it's in our epidemiology. Yeah. It's been noted that because of the severe trauma, so there's something called post-traumatic slave syndrome, PTSS. And because slavery is so ingrained in our history, it is now ingrained in our bloodline. Trauma is in our bloodline. Mm-hmm. So how do you get rid of that? You have to ground yourself spiritually and mentally. You have to get back into these grounding activities, becoming one with Mother Earth. I don't do this, but walking outside with no shoes on, I don't do that. But they say like you feel the vibrations, the natural vibrations of the earth. Meditation, planting, of course. Mm-hmm. So like touching things that are real, touching things that come from earth, cultivating wellness. So growing your own food, all these things that we used to do, you have to get back to those things. You have to break this whole westernized culture mindset that we've been brought up in.
Because all those things were brought fruit. Once again, that's why I go back to the plant. Bears fruit and lets them allow them to eat and not depend on material things. Now, these material things have them feeling like they're poor. It builds self-esteem issues. It builds insecurities, jealousy, envy. All this comes about. It's just a spiraling thing that happens because I have lack thereof.
And when we're in an economy that thrives off this stuff, because the American culture thrives off of economics. So if you go to like these Caribbean places, they don't have these similar problems because
they have less depression.
Right.
Jamaica, they live a fruitfully.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about they just like you said, they plant and they're growing things. They still can have a productive life.
Yeah. Because money is not the center object of their experience. Community is.
So what would you guys say to, if someone's watching or listening and they have a child at home or they're dealing with mental health in a very close perspective and they don't really know how to go about it or how to handle a situation? What would be advice that you would give them to, just how you say, become grounded or just to handle the situation the best way possible?
Become grounded and make a strong community. Mm-hmm. You cannot be judged or looked at. You should be counseled. You feel what I'm saying? They look at, people don't have parents or people or individuals don't have time to tend to other individuals, and we're here to serve each other, which it says in the Bible. So if I ain't got time to serve you in your issue, it's gonna be like, I'm not worried about you, I'm worried about me, and then they're gonna have the same attitude, and so on and so on and so on. So we got a community, be more community. That's what gets us to greatness, all of us.
So come more together as one.
Yeah.
Tend each other.
Find
It's
a
like
collective.
plants. We're all plants. You tend to each one, we all be okay.
I would tell them to find a support system because, like you said, we need community. But you need good support systems. You need some people who are going to uplift you, going to let you laugh, going to hold you when you feel like you need to cry, going to show up for you when you need to be showed up for.
Inspire you,
Yeah.
motivate you. You feel me? All those things.
Yeah, we need community. And as Black people, we thrive off community. But again, because of, systematic things and all those good things, we have broken off from each other. And then now it's just jealousy and backbiting and things like that. So I would say to somebody who feels like they need help or they need services, one, seek a community of people who are dealing with similar things. There's so many Black mom groups that you can join. I know on Facebook, there's an app called the Found Her Network, which is just an app full of women.
I'm with those. But I think we should communicate all as a whole, because we do that. We do sectors up where we community amongst women, community amongst men, and then that's a problem. If we in community amongst each other, we know what's going on all around. You see what I'm saying? I think that's an issue too, because there's a division amongst Black men and women, and that's a mental issue.
There's also mistrust between Black men and women. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I would say first find your community and then branch out with people that you trust to find a more inclusive community. Exclusive community.
More diverse and inclusive community.
Same race, but exclusive. Yeah. So Black men and women, or Black children and Black men and women. But first find trust within your community so that you can break out.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of mistrust.
I understand there's a lot of mistrust, and that's the biggest factor. If I can't trust my brother, then who can I trust?
Right. But I trust Black men, but y'all are kind of like sometimes.
I hear you.
I don't think I trust Black men to a very small extent. And it's not me.
Let me tell you something.
No, let me say.
I know that. I know y'all do. I just want to say, a lot of men know that too. They know when y'all know, they can feel when y'all don't trust them. So the fact that they can feel y'all don't trust them, and it's been so long, they're gonna feel some type of way. If they feel like you should trust me, I'm not coming with a 10. So they're gonna feel it.
No, but that's the thing about it. When I say that, I don't only speak from like a relationship standpoint. That's just
I know
me
as a whole.
Yeah, me in general. Like even when I'm out, I am very cautious.
I'm not talking.
I speak when I'm supposed. They speak. I'm like, hey, because
I'm very.
You see what can happen, and it's not just Black men; it's men in general. But in this concept, it's men, but it's women too. People, there has to be trust within the community.
People are very vindictive. And I realize, especially since I've been, trying to tap more into the industry.
Again, that's a mental health issue.
I'm starting to.
What?
Them being vindictive.
There's always trauma. There's some trauma always related to.
You think it's you.
No, it's never you.
And that's the whole thing that I realized. It's not them. It's the shit that they went through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That they don't know how to deal with other people around them.
Yeah.
So I don't take it a personal attack like, you personally attacked me.
I never take it personally.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit back like, all right, it's how you deal with people. So boom, I'm gonna state that out, and I know how to deal with you at that point. I know how you move.
It's crazy you said that, like knowing how to deal with everyone, because I was saying like me just getting more into the industry, I'm starting to realize I used to be like, I felt like it was worse doing business with women or men. Listen, it's like I realize with the women, you get some women that are because women, we run off emotions a lot. Not all women are like that. Some women, they put their personal feelings before business. But then men, I feel like men, it's like y'all think with y'all other head and not y'all top head, if that makes sense. Not all men like that, but I sometimes feel that, especially if you're attractive and it's like men nowadays, if you're not trying to flirt or whatever the case may be, they only gonna help you so far. Not all men are like that. Not all men are like that. But I have run into that so much, and it's so hurtful to me sometimes. I literally like cried one time because I had a hosting I was supposed to do, and it was with this guy. That's when I first started out, and it's like I felt like because I didn't want to talk to him, I didn't get the job no more. And because the conversation didn't go the way he wanted it to go, it's like, oh, we end up using somebody else. So we end up, and that was so hurtful to me because I'm like, and I have run into other situations, probably not that same concept, but it sometimes make me feel like, dang, being a woman, especially in this type of industry, is really hard because the minute that you make one mess up, and I remember you even talked to me about that, like, don't be so quick that just because somebody tell you, oh, I got this and that going on, you around here, you want to sleep with somebody thinking that's going to help you get somewhere. And now everybody know you don't sleep with them because Miami's but so little. So just be cautious of like how you move, how you carry yourself, or just in general, just carrying yourself like a woman, because nowadays you can get so caught up in that fast life to the point where it's like before you know it, you look up and whatever you was trying to accomplish, it don't pass you by and you're doing all this other stuff. And it's just hard. And that's what makes me really not trust men, because it's like, of course, naturally you can't have your guard up and do a business. Well, you can have your guard up, but you can't have your guard up to the point where it's like you're not fully trying. You're not trying to meet that person halfway on a business standpoint. But sometimes I feel like I kind of don't come off as my natural self when it comes down to men, because I have had a lot of bad experiences. When it comes down to men I'm doing business with, I'll say it like that.
You was honest with me. I'm going to say one thing to help women, so there's not this
stick your manly opinion in women's business.
Yeah, there's not gonna be like those dudes is playing a game. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. The rules of that I know in business, that's all across the board. Business is never personal. So if he brings his personal issues within it,
he's not about business.
No.
So if you saved yourself time, that's great. As long as you handle your business, you're gonna be where you need to be.
That is true.
You see what I'm saying? Because he trying to stay in your business or put strikes against your business, because as soon as you was not about business and engaged with what he wanted to do, he was going to list you as that.
Right.
Oh, she's not about business. You can tell all of the other guys. And
men respect you more, no matter how you might feel you coming off. But all that trying to like mix business with pleasure, a man will never respect you, especially in this type of industry. Never. No matter how much, it don't matter if y'all end up in a whole relationship. If you feel that's what went on, it's never, because from that point forward, everything that you try to do, y'all, whatever personal y'all got going on, it's going to come before it. So that was good advice today.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie to you. If they're not sticking to that business model, that's not the person you want to do business.
Of course.
Just so you can clearly see that sign clearly real clear. It's like he's trying to lure a bait before you like a fish. I got this opportunity, but yeah, I got all these things but if you talk to me now.
No.
Look, I'm about cash. If I know I got this right person, is the right person to do what I need to get done, let's do it. Yeah, that's it. I can care less as a woman, as a man, whatever. I don't need nothing from you. All I just need to know is the cooperation to get some money. And we can all. That's it. I don't know other men's ideologies. I've seen it. It doesn't work out for them. You feel what I'm saying? Because just like a woman's name can be stained in this game easily, a man's name can be stained the same way.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I learned.
Absolutely. And we seeing it now.
Yeah, information, like your name goes far. It goes, just like you said, it's a small community. It's big, but it's small. And I've seen that. That's why even if men sitting there just trying to attack, I done seen men get hit with, oh, he ain't about no business. He just be trying to fuck hoes. I'm sorry, I don't know if you touch on this, but okay.
But we saying it like we talked about social media. As soon as you get posted to the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, Gossip, what is the Gossip in the City? Any of these blog sites post you, your name is tainted. Like in cancel culture, they're gonna cancel you like that.
That's in black culture.
Huh?
That's in black culture.
Yeah, because sometimes people come back from stuff like that.
Yeah, that's black culture. And then sometimes they so fast to put out the wrong information that they cut off looking like just the person who's thirsty for sensitivity.
That's true too.
You see what I'm saying? So shade room don't hold no real weight. You feel me?
And y'all, and you know, especially I'm learning now, people sometimes pay to get posted.
And
Like that, every
Stars
bad
got
story.
TNT.
Get paid.
Yes,
They
every
got
bad
TNT
story
on
don't
speed
necessarily.
dial.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh wait, I
I'm
just
here.
learned that. Yeah, when I was like doing some like random searching. Yeah, like Ari and Moneybag didn't even really break up or
No,
something.
they
Yeah,
didn't.
sometimes every bad, you know, some people believe all publicity is
Good
good
publicity.
So some people really pay, some people really set stuff up to happen. And it's crazy every time. And then, you know, it's those stories of a girl randomly out talking about herself. But
That's a yeah.
Because people just be crazy. Like that's extension. Wow.
But it's right. Right. Right now.
let me post this on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So as we wrap up tonight's episode, can you guys just let us know any projects that you have coming up, or things that our followers should be on the lookout for, and ways that they can connect with you all, your business pages, emails, whatever information that you would like to give if someone would like to connect with you on a business aspect.
Jordan.
So you connect with me at jpate on Instagram, so JAYPATE, or you can go to my website, which hosts all my blogs and like my visual journey of me and my plant babies. That's wregardtheroots.com. And what else you want to say?
Any upcoming
Any upcoming projects. I partnered with a 17-year-old from Africa. She's 17 years old. She's from Africa. Over the summer to create some coloring book pages. So I'm finally going to release that within the upcoming month, just because, you know, I need to. But that was my main project before the t-shirts, before anything else. All I wanted to do was create a coloring book because coloring is therapeutic. But yeah, she hand drew all the pictures. Posters are, yes, but I prefer coloring. But she drew all the pictures herself. She took my ideas and like made them beautiful. So in that book will be those pictures and some tips on how to take care of you and your plant babies.
You can catch me on Instagram. My name is Profit_I am. That's PROFIT_I am. You can also follow my different companies, The Great FM, which is DAGR, the number 8FM. That's on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Pinterest. I'm on
Pinterest.
Everything. I'm on everything. You can also catch our blog, which is Focus Hip Hop Blogspot, PHOKIS Hip Hop Blogspot, and follow us there for our blog stories and different things that we got going on. We also have a new multimedia facility, which is located on 10485 Northwest 7th Avenue, where we have 2 studio rooms, 2 radio stations, which is The Great FM and The Great FM Latino, a podcast room / production room, and our office. So anything you need when it comes to multimedia, we're a one-stop shop. You have to get your music from creating your music, licensing your music, getting it on the radio, getting it marketed, distributed on social media, and getting it to the execs.
You said that I can run back. But we really, really hope that you enjoyed tonight's episode. If you have any rebuttals, questions, anything, any comments, concerns, email me to talkwithq@gmail.com. And we really, really appreciate you both for coming in.
Appreciate you, Q. Thank you for inviting.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks so much, Q.
No problem. And good night, you all.
So my celebrity now? Like a local celebrity?